Hi guys, Elliot from the 2P Project today, and I thought we'd do something a little different today. Lately we've been doing a lot of videos on TikTok and YouTube Shorts about various different topics. Normally we do, just random videos of other stuff, but I thought we'd take a little bit more of an interesting look at some of the stuff I've collected over the years. I don't collect a lot of steelbooks, and most of the steelbooks I do collect are video game related. So, this is my, I guess 2020, 2021 steelbook collection video. Hopefully I'll have a new one in 2022. I'm actually really interested in collecting steelbooks. I've been collecting steelbooks for quite a while. Let me see if we can get this on the camera here. Look at this is the Guild of Wars 2, or not Guild of Wars, Gears of War 2 steelbook, and it's really nice. One of the reasons why I picked it up is because of the gun on the front and everything. This is actually one of the first games that I've never had an opportunity to play, which when it came out for the 360, I was grossly enamored in Halo and never really had an opportunity to play this one. I guess I did have an opportunity, but I never did. It's got some interesting art on the inside, and then there's the steelbook inlays. So we'll just set this over to the side. So here's another crappy one, steelbook case. It's not really 99 cents. It was like, I don't know, 10 bucks or something like that for the steelbook. Not bad. Again, there's some goo up here on the side that I'd like to get rid of. Oh, and it even comes with the, I don't know what that is. What is that? It's an Oopie shop. I don't know. It comes with some interesting stuff on the inside. Some stuff here. I don't think it came with the game. I didn't buy the game with this. I know that's for sure because I don't have it. And there's some more goo on the back. Like, I don't know how to get rid of this stuff. But anyway, this is a interesting design. Watch Dogs was one of those games where it was like, hacker based or whatever. I'm not sure. I never really played it. So here is the Final Fantasy Dissidia, I believe. Dissidia NT for the PlayStation 4. As you can see, some of the really neat artwork. So again, I'm a Final Fantasy collector, so I do tend to collect some of this stuff. This is Lightning, Warrior of Light, I think, and then a few others here. I'm not entirely sure of my Final Fantasy lore at this moment. But anyway, this is Final Fantasy, Ishtola. Oh my god, his name is slipping my brain. And Zidane, whatever his name is. But anyway, this is really nice art. I bought the game with this one. This one comes with the game. The game's actually, I never really played this game. I just bought it for the whatever. And for those of you who are playing out there, if you want to try for free, I believe you can get a free trial with this code. No, there's no code. Oh, you don't need a code. Okay, well anyway, some of the interesting stuff is in here. There's some interesting artwork in here too if you want to take a look. But this is a cool case, and it does have the Warrior of Light there. So that is the Warrior of Light. This is actually Cecil. So I thought it was the Warrior of Light, but it's not. That's Cecil. And then I believe that's Golbez at the top, or it could be Chaos. I'm not sure. This is the Final Fantasy Final Fantasy Type 0 HD case. It actually came in a collector case. It was a boxed collection. It was really nice. This is actually super nice. So when you go like this, it opens up and it looks really nice. One of my favorite Final Fantasy boxed collections. They always do a good job. Square Enix always does a good job with their stuff. This one actually came with the demo for Final Fantasy for Final Fantasy 15. So it also came with a CD soundtrack, which is right there. So that's kind of cool. And then there's nothing really behind, but just the gold. I'm not really sure why, games like that tend to talk about have class settings. You're always like 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds going in and saving the world. Okay, so this is the Final Fantasy 15 steelbook, and I don't know how many people have actually seen this one. This came from the deluxe edition, but it also released in the, the big Ultimate Edition. Here, this is my favorite artwork on a steelbook that I have to date. This is all Yoshitaka Amano's work, and it's fantastic. Like this is just absolutely stunning, and it sort of connects as you open it up like this. But this is what, honestly, Final Fantasy 15, one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely top 10. I don't know if I've used this already, but you guys are more than welcome to use it. I don't care. I don't want to play this game much anymore. And then the game that I do play is gonna come on. But this one actually came with Kingsglaive. Kingsglaive was a fantastic movie. So the deluxe edition. Fantastic movie. The whole universe was awesome in Final Fantasy 15. I don't know, some people didn't like it because they felt it was incomplete. It all should have released at once, and later on it released all the DLC and everything like that, but whatever. Sorry about the light there, folks. Anyway, Final Fantasy 15, one of my top 5 Final Fantasy games of all time, but at the same time, this is my favorite steelbook in my collection so far. And then I put this one in a plastic container because I've only ever seen one of these. So this is the Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age steelbook. I've only ever seen one of these. Even when I went out to try and find to buy one, I've never been able to buy one. So I grabbed this guy. I know these are in abundance all over the place, but like I said, for me personally, I've only seen one, and I only want, hey look, you can see me in the background. And I only want to, I want to preserve this one pretty good. So, because I honestly, if I haven't seen another one, then I'm gonna have a hard time finding one if this guy gets damaged. So let's pull this guy out real quick. Yeah, see, he's not damaged. He's pretty cool. He's got a bit of a ding up here in the upper left corner, but that's only because this is a used copy. This is the Final Fantasy, and I really like the artwork on this, for the Zodiac Age especially, because the other one that I'm going to show you, it doesn't have, like, it's pretty plain Jane. So I actually have both copies of the steelbook for this game now. They actually released 2 steelbook copies because this was a re-release. So anyway, this artwork is fantastic on the back. I love it. Actually, Final Fantasy 12 is also one of my favorite games, and then one of the reasons why it is because it actually reminded me of Final Fantasy 11. So I was a huge Final Fantasy 11 nerd back in, like, from 2004 until, I don't know, when was it released? 2004 to, I guess, 2010 or something like that. I don't know what I was saying before, but this is actually the second one. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to get a chance to get through all the steelbooks. I wanted to go through all the ones I had, so maybe we'll do a part 1 and part 2 video. This will be part 1. So this is the second Final Fantasy 12 Collector's Edition steelbook that I had. This one actually came out for the PlayStation 2, and I actually got this right when it first released, so there's a lot of cosmetic damage on here. I'd love to get a better copy where it's not so damaged, but anyway, so this is Final Fantasy 12. And see what I mean though? Like the artwork here, sure, it comes with some nice stuff on the inside. And it comes with a bonus disc, which I'm not really sure what's on the bonus disc or whatever. There's some damage in here, but these were the days when they came with old manuals. It does have some interesting, sleeve art, and what is on the bottom. I want to take these out because these are old and I'm afraid they'll get damaged, but notorious. PlayStation 2 games were notorious for getting damaged. This is actually the manual for the collector's edition, so there's some stuff in here. These were the days when you could actually have manuals. I don't know about you, but I am a fan of video game manuals, and I miss them. I miss them now. I mean, Nintendo's trying to do something with manuals, but whatever, they're trying to preserve, because people just like that stuff. But anyway, this is the Final Fantasy 12 Collector's Edition for, we didn't show the back. And this is what the bonus DVD has. I didn't even know this, but it has the here, let's see if we can zoom in here. Has developer interviews, history of Final Fantasy, featurettes, art gallery, and US and Japanese trailers. Actually, that's kind of cool. And then, last but not least for this video, is the Death Stranding steelbook. So this steelbook, I missed out on this steelbook when Death Stranding was initially released. The back is not very good, but this one actually contains Timefall, which is the music from the world of Death Stranding. And let me tell you, if you're looking for a video game soundtrack, this one has, I feel, an awesome soundtrack. I listen to it sometimes when I'm working out, and it gets me so hyped. This one here, this is Norman Reedus, as you can see on the front. Everybody would call this a walking simulator, but it is one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. I love slow moving games like this, but it does have an element of like a challenging game. It is challenging, so I don't know what else is in here. I think I showed the code. Anyway, there it is. This is Death Stranding, and it's it's pretty, what do you call it? pretty simple design. Anyway, you guys can hear Erin in the background. She's doing her own video. She's trying to read. All right, so that has been the steelbook for the day. So we're going to just do a quick recap. We did Death Stranding, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy Type 0, and Final Fantasy NT. And some damage up there, but what can you do when you live in a shoe? And then, of course, the last two here were kind of damaged. Gears of War 2, and whoops, we're getting a little blurry there, and Watch Dogs, which these two I haven't played. I do want to play, though. Anyway, I want to say thanks for watching. This has been Elliot from the 2P Project, and yeah, so hopefully you guys can catch the next one, where we'll go through the next 7 steelbooks I got, some a little more recent than others. All right, I'm Elliot from the 2P Project. 2P, out.